Good morning. This is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Freedom Media Communications. You are welcome to this morning program, analysis by Raf, aka Raf Tresvant. I would like you to know that Kanu's freedom has actually come. There's no two ways announcing it, only by my lucid analysis as usual. Kanu has been granted the appeal or application to have access to his appeal court. That was what was rattling, last week when Omotocho and his group of, justices turned their back at Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer. But Kanu's application, he wrote it to the higher court at Abuja, at Sokoto to be precise, to defend himself. The higher court at Sokoto granted Kanu with that application, giving him the freedom to have access to his appeal. You cannot jail somebody for life and still deny him appeal. So that's why Kanu is the one to defend himself in the higher court of appeal over life jail, imposed illegally on Kanu. Why am I saying the imprisonment was imposed? Why am I saying this? It is all because the charges brought against Kanu are all nullified. Nullities. They are all nullities. According to the higher court, Kanu is not supposed to be charged under 28 charges. Illegal, invalid charges. Charges that could not, supposed to be legal. The whole charges, entire charges, do not, look so sound within the premises of Nigerian law, I mean the Constitution. So that's why I'm saying that those charges are invalid, they are not valid, they are not legal. And look at what actually transpired at the court of law when Omotocho was reading his judgment. The script given to him, he was checking and fidgeting. Omotocho was so timorous, afraid to read out, reflecting on how good Tinubu administration is. Not only good, professional, on bribing, giving bribe, paying people to do dirty job for him. That's why Omotocho mouth was shaking, because of the kind of money paid into his personal account. Omotocho, not allegedly, you are a criminal, and God is going to punish you now and forevermore. Omotocho collected money and read a written script by all the Aso Rock cabals, led by Bayo Ononoga, the head of Igbo nation. Kanu is going to court to defend himself. We are all happy and jubilating with the Biafran faithfuls. Real Igbo man with Igbo blood. We are all happy because Kanu is going to court to defend himself by himself. Defending himself, being his own lawyer, personal lawyer, is what I believe right now, what Biafrans believe, that is going to give Kanu the expected freedom without conditionalities. Kanu was brought to Nigeria illegally by Buhari administration, and he went to court under the court of law. He won, and he was supposed to be, acquitted and discharged by the court. The court did it, but Nigerian government held him back. Look, in 2015, Kanu was arrested, detained. 2 years later, he was freed with conditionalities. The conditions, one of the conditions, that he should not gather with people more than 10 in number. Imagine a leader of the greatest agitation group on the surface of the earth could not entertains visitors, friends, associates, followers. What a dictatorial order or instruction from the then uneducated president of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, that could not even pass his WAEC, giving someone, a leader of the largest group in the world, the kind of condition that could not even be given to a wave, an outlawed person. Why? Simply because Kanu is doing his agitation business too well. So in 2017, like I was saying, Kanu was, made to jump bail because Muhammadu Buhari, under the watch of the then Chief of Army Staff, Abubakar or Ibrahim or Mohammed Brutai or whatever his name implies. All I know is that his name is Brutai. Brutai led the military clique that invaded Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's palace, his father's palace at Afiaruku, Abia State, in Ibeku anyway. So, during the altercation or confrontation on the compound, on the palace of Mazi, His Royal Highness Israel Kanu, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's biological father, the Nigerian soldier neutralized, unalived, demised, killed many Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's followers, many faithfuls, both dogs, both goats, both chickens, all were shot by Nigerian cruel soldiers. Kanu escaped death. Many of his boys, in their large numbers, up to 50, were shot by Nigerian soldiers on the palace of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That was 2017. Exactly this altercation or confrontation brought about Kanu's jumping bail. He did not jump bail or evade bail. He did not default. It was federal government of Nigeria that actually defaulted. They were the one that violated Kanu's court's order or law, and they begin to accuse Kanu that he jumped bail. Imagine the kind of government we run here. A country whereby being a Christian is the most dangerous thing any man could think of. Kanu absconded by whiskers. They actually sought him to kill him, but they failed. Courtesy Mazi Ikonso Odogu Biafra that defended Kanu, and he jumped fence into Azumiri, from Azumiri where Kanu absconded into Senegal and stayed almost 12 months there because of the kind of bruises and wounds that he sustained from brutality of Nigerian military. Less than, as Kanu was doing his agitation abroad, they apprehended Kanu in Nairobi, Kenya, where he was beaten, tortured, detained for some times, days, weeks, until he was blindfolded, handcuffed, after brutality, brought into Nigeria under the watch of Buhari administration, with the legal giant then, who is supposed to be a justice of peace and humanity, Abubakar Malami. He brutalized Nnamdi by his vocalities. His statements that comes out from Malami indicated that Malami is not supposed to even head or preside over a marital magistrate court that settles marriage issue. Malami is a Hausa. Let me just tell you reasons why Kanu's application for appeal is the final straw that breaks the camel's back. The entire charges brought against him is under nullity, nullified, and will never hold to be effectual on jailing Kanu. Kanu rendition into Nigerian contraption was illegal, outside international law, outside international arrangement, as in rendition. Before you could bring somebody from any country into your country, you should go through the normal processes with the country of the originator. the country where the arrest of the victim was orchestrated, where he was apprehended, was in Nairobi, Kenya. Kenya is not having such agreement with Nigeria to render a Nigerian from Kenya under that kind of condition. Kenya is not enjoying such contractual agreement or pact with Nigeria. Offense number 1. 2, he was kidnapped, smuggled into Nigeria. It's an international offense. You don't kidnap your citizen. You don't kidnap another country's citizen. You don't commit such crime outside your territorial domain. It is illegal. Offense number 2. 3, Kanu was brutalized, beaten, called all manners of name because of the fact he was agitating for emancipation of his region, southeastern Nigeria. Offense number 4, it is right for anybody to agitate for secession. Yes, when you discover whom you are, you can begin it right now. You can begin to tell the whole world that you don't want to belong to where you find yourself. It is an offense that Kanu was treated that way under the aegis that he was agitating for Biafra. Many offense. And why is it offense? The Supreme Court actually struck the case out that Kanu was illegal rendition from Nairobi, Kenya, that Nigeria brought him in a criminal way, criminal manner. Kanu should not go to jail. Kanu should not be judged by any justices in the world, anywhere in Nigeria. That's why Kanu actually put pressure on Binta Nyako, the first female justice that handled Kanu case. The woman washed off her hands and let go. She left the scenario, the court. He said, I will never soil my name with this case. This case is bigger than me. That was what the woman actually said. She resigned. They kept on threatening him. He is a Fulani justice. She resigned. Just imagine. Everything about Kanu's case, Kanu jail, Kanu's imprisonment, Kanu's ill treatment by Nigerian contraption is illegal. Is out of law. See what actually become the last straw, breaking the camel's back. The law under which Kanu was brought into this Nigeria is nullified by international law. ICC said it's all mistake. It's a big mistake that Nigerian Supreme Court said illegal rendition in Nigeria is illegal. It is out of Nigerian constitution. Yet they still held him. The argument that the lawyers should hold on in the court is illegal rendition, illegal rendition. Leave him illegal rendition. He was brought into the country unjustified, extrajudicial, extra-legal, illegality. But those lawyers, led by a lawyer Jumako, they were not saying that. It's a big mistake. Chief Justice James Omotocho has no legal holding at all to try Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that was set free by an upper court before that said that processes went through bringing Kanu into Nigeria was illegal, extrajudicial, extra-legal, outside Nigerian constitution, outside international arrangement. There is nowhere it is in the International Charter of United Nations Organization, which Nigeria is a member of that platform. We are among the United Nations, so why must we violate someone? An Igbo man, because he's an Igbo man, it become legal. What is illegal has now become legal under Motocho and his, legal team led by the other monkey-faced Malawi. That is, I don't know the name. Orimowola, because what is his name? These are wicked men in the high places, presiding over judgment in Nigerian courts, and they are all highly occultic, wicked men who are just out there to sever persons' destinies, especially the Igbos. They can never bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's destiny down. Senike nke Chineke okike biam. Onye pụrụ ime ihe niile, eze bụ n'eluigwe na-afụ ihe niile na-eme n'ụwa gaa gburugburu. onye ihe niile dị n'aka ya o nwere ha ga-eme Destiny Nnamdi Kanu. They actually tried their best during Muhammad Buhari, but they failed. Now, into this administration under the watch of Tinubu. Tinubu is a bribe master giver. He can bribe dead man, he can bribe tree, can bribe anybody, thinking he could bribe Donald Trump and get scot-free. After bribing Donald Trump, he could not succeed, thinking he could call in Omowerechi Ore to give him money. He called him and gave him money. Omowerechi Ore said no, thinking he could buy Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's conscience by giving him billions. He called him, he gave him over 800 billion naira with oil wells. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, onye Chineke tere mmanụ, nwandu onye ndu ndị Igbo, ezi Igbo gburugburu. The leader, the strongest leader Igbos has ever heard right now is this man, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Tinubu gave him bribes. He said no, time without number, over time and over time. Maybe he's thinking about another bribe to give him so that he will not go to this high court. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not saying yes. He always says no, tearing the whole documents, written agreement, bringing forward to him with their hidden cameras. We know Kanu says no. Kanu application has been granted. That is the major reason for this analysis. And the other reasons are to tell you that nothing, no charges against him is legal. No charges against him is valid. The mood, the condition, the process under which he was brought into Nigeria, illegal as well, extrajudicial, unjustifiable, unjustified. So that's why appeal court, the higher court that is going to handle this case, they have already started, making their own pronouncements. They are now reshuffling, documents. Over 28 charges, over how many write-ups under the violation of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu by Nigerian legal system. This upper court is going to throw the case out. Throw it out. It is a useless case. A case of anti-Igboism, a case of tribal antagonism, a case of ethnocentrism, a case of nepotocracy, a case of massive oppression and marginalization of the Igbos during and after the war. We are the post-war Igbos, and we are following up gradually. The Mazi Nnamdi Kanu freedom is here. Listen carefully. The whole charges has been struck out. Charges have been struck out by the upper court. They said all those charges are nullities, nullified, because it has no jurisdiction under the Nigerian Constitution. No jurisdiction, not embedded in Nigerian Constitution. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been subjected to serious punishment and travail all these years for nothing. And the Igbo man, the Igbo elites, the rich Igbos are busy catching out, making their money. Some of the political classes are clinging onto oppression of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, catching away millions into their accounts. Kanu is free. It's a nullity. The whole charges are nullities. Appeal court is gonna strike this out. When Kanu gets to court this time around, final time, as I said, the hand clock, the clock time, second hand is ticking, and Kanu is gonna be free. That is my story this morning. I would like to enjoin you into watching Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Freedom Media Communications with Mazi Ralph Tresvant. Subscribe from my YouTube channel, like, come down to comment section and discuss with me. You are welcome. I love you, all viewers. You are highly cherished and respected by me. Thank you so much for watching.